Ever feel like you're stuck in a bad habit just because it's convenient? Hey, I get it, but let me tell you about something smarter. Fume Zero. This is not a vape. It's a single-use flavored air device. It is zero nicotine, zero vapors, and zero batteries. You heard me right. No smoke, no charging, no BS. You just pick it up, draw through your mouth, taste the flavor, and boom, that's it. Crisp, clean, satisfying. Fume is also great for fidgeting or knocking out some stress. My go-to flavor is crisp mint. Guys, it is a total game changer. But you got options: raspberry, peach, blush, mango, orange, vanilla. Pick your fighter. Each one lasts over 10 days and it's just $24.99. Way cheaper than any bad habit you might be clinging to. Over 500,000 people have already made the switch, and Fume Zero is their most accessible product yet. It's the simplest way to try flavored air. Zero nicotine, zero vapor, just natural flavor and a better habit to reach for. Try it now at tryfume.com/product/fume-zero. Or even better, guys, just scan the QR code. Ditch the junk. Choose better. Choose Fume. All right, guys, so I just walked out of watching this fight. I'm out here on campus. ESPN is right out my window if you find that interesting. All right. I share that with you because I'm mad. I'm mad. But I don't know who I'm mad at. Tom did not do anything wrong. Tom was poked in the eye. As a matter of fact, he was poked in both eyes. Now, I don't believe Ciryl did that on purpose. So, I also can't or am not mad at Ciryl. But I am mad. I'm looking for somebody to blame. But I don't quite know who to blame. Now, before we get to that, okay, there was a pretty interesting fight going on. The story going into this fight is Tom has the power to just go knock him out. We're not saying Tom's a better kickboxer. We get that Ciryl did that for many years of his life. We get that Ciryl had over 30 professional kickboxing bouts. But Tom, a little younger, a little bigger, shown to have a little bit better power, if you just want to look at results, and has the ability to knock him out. However, if Tom tests that and doesn't knock him out, he'll just take him down and beat him up. I mean, this was the belief going in, guys. Tom was a 3.5-1 favorite. Tom told everybody that was willing to listen, I shouldn't be a 3.5-1 favorite. I don't overly like Ciryl Gane, but I recognize how dangerous Ciryl Gane is as an opponent, particularly with my style. Tom Covington said, he said, look, all the problems that I give, he has the same problems. I move well on my feet for a heavyweight. I'm strong on my feet for a heavyweight. I'm not afraid to step in and trade for a heavyweight. He does all of those same things. There was one noticeable exception, which is Ciryl defensively was better on his feet. Ciryl does have the ability to roll from some of that experience he had. And I just bring that to you because that was on display. We had 2 minutes and 33 seconds. But it was on display. I mean, these guys went out and they got to know one another. Tom went for a takedown. He never even attempted another takedown. What does that mean and why? Do we have enough evidence to come to the conclusion that Tom couldn't take him down, or at least that Tom believed he couldn't take him down? It's a guess. I don't know if we have a definitive answer to that, but it is definitely a talking point that's coming out of this fight. The other side, think of Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley doesn't get taken down. But if you look a little bit closer, nobody tries to take him down. If you go watch Sean's fight with Chito Vera, Chito did not fail to take Sean down. Chito never tried to take Sean down. Now, the reason for that is the way that Sean moves. You don't ever see your opening. And Ciryl did such a good job with what we call lateral movement, of going side to side, not standing in place, not backing up, not coming forward, side to side to side. I mean, he really flowed well. I've got to give Ciryl that. He really looked comfortable in that fight. And the largest takeaway that you're forced to take, the largest thing that you need to ask yourself, and you can come to your own opinion, is which one of them took away more? Who benefited tonight? Tom found himself in a fight that was harder than others thought it was going to be. So the next time they fight, Tom will be armed with that information. That could be very helpful. But Ciryl seemingly to me would have left there with a confidence. This is a guy that's counted out. He's a 3.5-1 dog everywhere he goes. He's having to hear questions about Tom and what's next for Tom as champion. Should Tom fight Jon Jones? Should Tom fight Pereira? I mean, he was completely counted out. That's got to have some kind of psychological effect on you. Brainwashing is very real. If you hear something enough times, you believe it to be true. And it would seem like Ciryl would come out of that contest with a very good confidence of, hey, I can deal with this guy. And Ciryl didn't have to take Tom's power. Ciryl was actually able to... Ciryl rolled us a few things. If you go back and you watch that fight, there was even a moment where Tom threw a hook, and the hook comes right here, and Ciryl turns his own head. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya used to do that. Very high-level boxing defense, where the punch will come, and you just turn your head and look away, and the punch just misses right by, and Ciryl comes right back in and throws across. If that fight was to continue based on what we saw, what's your opinion? Who do you feel, based on what you saw, was going to win that fight, right? They did a half a round. So now we just got to do that 9 more times. 9 more times, and we're at a conclusion of the round. Is there anything that you saw that made you think that Tom was going to take him down? Is there anything you saw that Ciryl was going to knock him out? Or vice versa, mix and match that however you want. I would just think as we go into a rematch, I mean, I can comfortably tell you my partners at DraftKings are going to have that line one hell of a lot closer than 3.5-1. If you were to book this fight right now, and you wanted to go to a mythical line, we'll just use DraftKings as an example. I'm not positive Ciryl wouldn't be a slight favorite. So if that statement I just made is true, then that would mean consensus-wise that you guys believed that Ciryl looked better. I mean, if you had to judge that fight right there in that moment, you really had to judge. You got 3 options, right? You got Tom, Ciryl, and you got draw. I think you have a draw. Ciryl was really attacking that lead leg, was doing a good job kind of buying dividends for later in the fight, nothing too damaging. But Tom was throwing some heat, and Tom was breathing a little bit. He was feeling a little bit when that takedown got stuffed. He was feeling a little bit that, hey, I'm throwing the kind of shots that have knocked out 6 other men. But they're not knocking out this guy, and they're not knocking him out, not because of Ciryl's ability to take a shot, not that his chin was different than Curtis Blades or Sergey Pavlich, just for example. They weren't landing. Ciryl was able to cover. Ciryl really looked like a very seasoned kickboxer. And Tom looked like a guy that was pretty dynamic. I mean, he went out there, he threw a spinning kick, just for example. We haven't seen a lot of that dynamic stuff from Tom. We've been told about it. We hear about it from guys like Bisping that have seen him in the practice room. But Tom was showing some of that. You know about how great Ciryl was. Well, we know Ciryl's great on his feet. He's a professional kickboxer. Tom didn't care. I mean, Tom stepped right in there. Tom was in range every time. If Ciryl wanted to touch him, he was within range. If Tom wanted to throw shots, he was in range to land them. I mean, Tom Aspinall was not afraid to fight, so which one of them comes out of there with a better understanding going in to what Dana White has already told us is going to be an immediate rematch?